Welcome to Ancient Astrology with Sam and Verity.
Hi, I'm Sam Bakewell.
And I'm Verity Hebbs. And today is episode 36, and we are looking at the moon in the fifth house.
We are, indeed. So the fifth house represents children, entertainment, fun, merriment, gaming, holidays, recreation, pleasure.
Creativity, would you?
Yeah, I suppose you could, because Venus rejoices there. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Groups and clubs and holidays.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
yeah, it's succeeding house. And as we said, it's a good fortune house, and Venus rejoices there.
Yeah. So moon in the fifth house, would that look like someone who would have sort of good luck with things, like in general, or just at certain times, like if they're on holiday or if they're gambling, they're out with friends?
If it relates with gambling, if it relates to the second house, like if there's an aspect between the Lord of the second and the moon in the fifth, or any of the lords in the fifth, definitely. Money can be made from gambling, but if it was Mars, well, then it's money being spent on gambling.
Right. And what about romance? Are they people who are quite romantic, or?
I think that would be not so much a house, it would have to be a planet.
More so
involved.
like Venus.
No, Venus, yeah.
Or that's a sign.
Or, in the sign of Venus's sign, So here we have Denzel Washington.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
Aquarius again.
Yeah, he has the moon in the fifth house. Yeah, in Aquarius. And he's ruled by Venus and Saturn does make a aspect by square to the moon, or the moon squares Saturn. And I don't know whether that might be a bit too wide for Venus, but definitely Saturn, and there would be reception there. So, because it's a party house and the moon is in a fantastic shape, you would expect there would be some problem with partying, and more so because the moon makes an aspect to Saturn. So saying something, and Saturn rules that fifth house as well. The reception is good, because reception would say something like, he can overcome this, or eventually over time and discipline, the Saturnian words we would use, to overcome this, the moon in the fifth house. The moon in the fifth house is normally a good place for us.
Yeah.
But because it's not in great shape, it's a party house. He's had alcohol. He's been an alcoholic. He's done a lot of drugs in his life. Yeah.
Comes across so maybe it's because of the characters in the movie.
Yeah, but both his lords, both his lords are in the second house, in inversion.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense.
He can be a bit lost. Yeah.
Yeah, Venus and Scorpio ruling him.
Yeah. But it's still Venus. Venus puts on a lovely smile. And,
yes, and he does have a lovely smile. Yep.
So that's how it's played out for him, and his children all followed in his same footsteps. I don't know whether all of them have, but his eldest has in acting. So we've got the moon and his career there. And so there's a square between the children and him, Saturn. So there would be a story there that to do with the children. So I'm not saying that they wouldn't love him, but there would be some issue there for them, with their father.
And so I guess being in Aquarius, I mean, Venus is there, which helps, and then he does have Jupiter in Cancer, which
is great for his career.
Yes,
that's in the 10th house.
Yes. Which then connects to his money house. So that makes sense with that. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting.
Well, Jupiter.
Oh, just the
just by a trine to Venus, so that is very lucky thing to have.
True. Yes, he doesn't have that. Well, that's quite good. So it could be, things happen, but then it kind of works out eventually.
Yeah. And, like not everybody is going to have this kind of thing with the moon in the 5th house. Like we looked at Ben Affleck's and he has the moon in Scorpio, which is in its 4 in the 5th house. And that's, exactly. Yeah. And I don't know whether he currently does, but he has had problems with alcohol as well. And,
so it's kind of a common theme there.
Yeah.
And does Saturn usually need to be doing something with that? Because is Saturn alcoholism?
I'm doing a bit of research on that, and not necessarily. If it was retrograde, then I would be more inclined to go that way. But there is more to alcoholics than just being placed, a planet being in the 5th house.
Yeah. Yes. So,
but he does have a signature there.
Interesting.
From what I'm doing with my research in my head at the moment.
So would the 5th house be more sort of like alcoholism or something like that, connected to partying and having fun with
that's right. Exactly. Social.
Yeah, whereas other people might isolate themselves and be alone when they drink or do other things.
Exactly. Well, that could happen. Yeah.
That might be more 12th house or something like that.
Yep. Or yeah, exactly. That can be the case. It would be also like, let's say the 6th house was Cancer.
Yeah. And then the 5th house would be Gemini.
And the 5th house was Gemini. So then you have the Lord of the 6th in the 5th, you know. So there's this sickness that you get either when you socialize, or health issues when you socialize, or
you get an upset tummy,
or you pick up a virus, when you're out on
something. You try and socialize.
When you
get children to a play center and then you end up all getting sick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So with the children, connecting to them, if you have the moon in the house of the children, so because it's the moon, does that become more significant, like your connection to them? Or
if the moon was like Ben Affleck, right? The Lord of his ascendant to the 5th, yes.
So sort of anything that it connects to in your chart then relates to your child.
But because it's in Scorpio and it's in fall, it's saying there's something, uncomfortable also. So he might not be able to get to all his functions, with the family functions.
Work a lot, or
so he works a lot, or there's a split in the family. So then he only gets to see the kids, a certain amount of time, So it depends on whether there's a benefic planet helping out that his moon. I can't remember now. His moon in the 5th house. Yes. Remember he had Mars sextile it, but can't remember whether he had a benefic helping out.
I think he had Venus in the 1st house.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, we've looked at his chart a few times.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Good at remembering.
Yeah.
For those parts of
I know.
One thing I'm good at remembering.
But what's in our head and how we're expressing it to our audience, hopefully you're following our minds.
Yes.
Anyway,
that's an interesting one to look at.
So the 5th house normally isn't too bad. Like if you had the moon in Cancer or the moon in Taurus, the 5th house, so you're going to have, you're going to love going out for nice meals, and meals are going to be all really good quality and all the rest of it. But the moon in Scorpio, like you might still like healthy food, but you're going to also be in a rush. Sorry, my phone just going. Should have put it in the other room. And fast food, and you haven't got time for food, or if you're cooking a meal, all the kids are screaming and running around, and they're just. There's got to be something going on there.
Yeah.
And that's what, when you get into prediction, you can pinpoint, how that energy is playing out for the native.
And it's,
daily or not daily, probably a monthly sort of base.
And it's interesting holidays, because obviously the 3rd house and 9th house are travel. Yeah. And then 5th house.
Mm-hmm.
So holidays, is it more like that fun aspect of the holiday, or like what kind of hotel you're in? Is it that kind of
Look,
the fifth house part
I think there would have to be some sort of hard work involved with this, with Denzel Washington with his holidays, because of, I mean, we haven't looked at the whole chart, haven't aspected it, and there's lots of other things, you know, to look at. But you would think that there was some sort of hard work involved when he travels, you know, so he'll miss some of it, you know. Saturn separates you from your family.
Or maybe travel for work, like
so he might
film industry.
He might not be on all the family holidays. And then there's some holidays that he would be, because there is still connecting him to the moon, even if it's a square. So there will be occasional times, and being a square, it may be like he's had to give something up to get on this holiday, or he comes at the last few days, or he has to leave halfway through it. Something, you know, something that's a bit uncomfortable for him. Or he doesn't like the accommodation, or he's picked an accommodation that's not as nice as what the family want. You know, I don't know. It'll be something. Something uncomfortable when Saturn's involved. Yeah, they're all running late. They've missed the flight, but it's all right. They've got money, so if they miss the flight, they just can buy more tickets. All right. Thank you for watching our episode on the fifth house. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate your comments also.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks. Bye for now.
Bye.